And I feel that my hands are very clean. And I love my hands. They're so soft. And just I can feel a lot with my hands. Okay, now you'll say, Victoria, we're afraid of disease. I believe that when you stay raw, the bacteria and parasites will leave your body, as they did leave my body and my children's body and my husband's body, because we did tests on parasites. Actually, I'm going to publish the test that we don't have no parasites. We don't have no sign of parasites. And before, when we went on raw, when we were eating cooked food, we did Hilda Clark 10-day cleanse. We went to Hannah Kruger and we bought all these things and we did 10-day parasite cleanse, and including our dog and cat, and we still have parasites. After 10 days, we still have parasites. And now, after so many years eating raw food, we don't have parasites. Not only parasites, mosquitoes don't bite us. We went to Minnesota, where mosquito is a state bird. They have so many mosquitoes, all kinds of mosquitoes, and we spent so many days in boundary waters, and none of us had even a single bite. And then I talked to hunters. I tried to get any information I can because it makes total sense for me, but it's so hard to explain to others. So I went and I spoke to hunters. I said, tell me about parasites in animals. And they all told me the same thing. They say, if we go 6 hours deep in the forest and we kill elk, deer, any animal there, we open it up, there's no parasites in that animal. If we go 1 hour in the forest, the deer who still eats from our lawns that we spray, the deer that eats from our dumpsters, they have parasites in the brain, parasites in the heart, parasites in the liver, parasites in the intestines. Now, I don't believe that parasites are eating our body. They just, what are they doing there? They're scavengers. They're not eating your liver. They just staying in your liver because that's where we have toxins. They're sitting there eating toxins. Well, they have their own waste, of course, but when you don't have any leftovers, they will just leave with the, excuse my language, with the first train. They'll leave out. Okay? Take the mushroom parasite. It only could grow on the stump or on a dying tree, on an old tree. You cannot imagine, beautiful, you just plant a new tree in your garden or in your backyard and it will have mushroom? No. The parasites could only live on something that already half decayed. And mistletoe, they only grow along the highway, on the trees that are so weakened by highway, or in the dump area where trees are half suffocated. The healthy trees, when they thinned and they really have enough sunshine, they could never have any of that. So, interesting. I went ahead and I asked some other people who eat raw food, do they have anything special about soap, and I found out that many of our raw food teachers don't use soap or shampoo anymore. I don't use any shampoo already for 6 years. Well, a woman in British Columbia, she taught me how to make raw shampoo. It's flaxseed and water. You take half and half flaxseed and water, you soak it overnight, and then in the morning blend it in the blender, and that's your shampoo. It even makes little bubbles. It cleans the hair really, really fine. And it's the best shaving cream. Of course, it spoils in 3 days. Знаешь, когда жужжишь, мне очень слышно сильно, когда блендером. And well, you just have to take to make another one, but it only takes 30 seconds to make. Okay. Well, people trying to use soap to kill bacteria every day. Well, do you want me to tell you the most ironic thing? That many of the soaps don't have anything in them that actually kills bacteria. If you read the ingredients of the soap, very often, and I'm really thankful for that, there are some soaps have just 3 ingredients. Vegetable glycerin, that doesn't kill bacteria, beeswax, doesn't kill bacteria, and aromatic part. Something aromatic, some essential oils, don't kill bacteria. So, but they make lots of bubbles. Well, I think that's something that saves our skin and ability to protect. Does it make sense? When you come into the restaurant with your children and the waitress in front of you is spraying Windex on the table and then let it air dry, do you appreciate that? That she is hoping to get more tips from you. She's so making it clean. Clean in our understanding today means lots of chemicals. I don't like it. Once I had a chance to watch how they wash popcorns in a movie theater. And in that movie theater, they didn't even take popcorn leftovers from it. They just moved it with a piece of plastic to one side, sprayed it with toilet cleaner, and then wiped it with lots of paper towels to make it sparkling clean, then moved it back and did the same with the second half. That's modern civilized society. No bacteria. Every bottle of Lysol says there instantly kills 99.9% bacteria. Is this the enemy? We need to really rethink that. The enemy is chemicals. Chemicals will destroy us. For sure it will destroy our children and our unborn children. But bacteria will stay. We will die, but bacteria will survive. God created it so powerful and so able to mutate that it will continue. And so I really like bacteria. I think bacteria is not its fault. It's we created this artificial fear. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Well, I know that it's theoretical, and I don't expect you to overnight stop using soap. First, you maybe need to go on raw food and kind of get your intestines cleaner, your inside cleaner, and then maybe you will feel more safe. But you could do some steps. At least you could begin to use more biodegradable soaps in your household. Okay, and baking soda and hydrogen peroxide for washing some of your vegetables, or just not too many chemicals. Okay, thank you. When we went on raw food, my children, they were the first one who applied intuition to figure out what to eat. I was just going kind of from my head, actually directly from my head. And then Sergei was the first one who would go around bravely and grab different fruits that I didn't even know names of, and he would bring them home, and some of them later will figure out that you have to cook to eat because they've come from some different country and nobody knows what their name is. But then some of them tasted pretty good, and pretty soon he found out that he loves mangoes. Those are expensive, and he would make me buy them to him every day. And then I started to buy them by the case, but I saw that he would eat the whole thing with the skin, and then he will lick the bone from the pit. And then he figured out he loves blueberries. So he would always ask for mangoes and blueberries. He became mango boy. And then Valya, she didn't care for mangoes. She didn't care for blueberries. She fell in love with figs. All kinds of figs, also very expensive figs, and olives. This 8-year-old girl would have on a windowsill gallon jars of cured olives. She would cure them with lye, with sea salt, with baking soda. She constantly dehydrate them and soak them again. And she was able to eat olives right from under the tree without even being cured. And she said, oh, they're so good, they're not bitter at all. We were so lucky as a family because after 3 months on being raw, we met Dr. Bernard Jensen. He invited my husband to give him massages, and so we could communicate with him just as much as we wanted. And Bernard Jensen, he already died at the age of 94. He was a genius, a nutritionist, very noble man. I just loved that man so much. And I asked him, first time we met, I said, Dr. Jensen, can you tell me what should I feed my son, Sergei, who was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes? And Dr. Jensen looked in his books, and he pretty quickly said, well, for sure you have to give him more mangoes because mangoes restore the pancreas. And also feed him as much blueberries as you can because blueberries naturally reduce blood sugar. I said, Dr. Jensen, I'm amazed. That's what he's always asking for. He said, well, that's normal. He's just following his natural craving. And then I said, Dr. Jensen, what should I feed my daughter who was diagnosed with asthma and allergies? He said, oh, if she has asthma, give her more figs. Figs restore their respiratory system. They nurture respiratory system. And also feed her lots of olives because they help to liquefy and take out the mucus.